Hello, it's Saturday the 5th of April 2025. If you're watching live on YouTube, then it's coming up to 1 p.m. here in the UK. And if you're watching live on Rumble, then it's just after 6 p.m. here in the UK. And if you're not watching live, I don't know what time it is, but welcome along anyway to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story will be all about completing the special limited series, the Strassenversion Duo 2-in-1 within Real Racing 3 Update 13.2, and this is the last event to complete in this update. So let's get the game on screen. Let's have some audio. Let's have a glass of water. Let's get playing. Right. So when I completed yesterday, I'd taken the series to 62%, decided just to complete the cup in tier 10. That did result in going up a fame level, and I thought I would leave the two other races in this tier to today because they should be over pretty quickly. Let's go. So speed snap around the national circuit at Hockenheimring. I'll carry on using the Mercedes-Benz on the basis that it's fully upgraded, making the whole series pretty easy, hopefully, to complete. I will go through the cost of the cars at the end of this series, or the cost of the car, a car to upgrade. There we go, another first. Good way to start part 2. On to the autocross. Mount Panorama. Okay, so this will be up the hill and then down the very top of it. Oh. Now, has that cost me? No, I don't think so. I've still got to do it in 56 seconds, nowhere near that. 52 seconds. Aaron C. John on the YouTube side says hello. Hello, Aaron. Welcome back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. So that should mean tier 10 completed, leaving only 5 more tiers to complete. Okay, tier 11 will start off with the Hunter around the international circuit at the Dubai Autodrome. Aaron C. John says, you use the daily reward bonus. I probably have on the first race here. I mean, it was only R dollars, and I've got enough R dollars, so I don't tend to worry about when the first race is additional R dollars. I'm not precious about it, but that's simply because of the number of R dollars I've got. Okay, so 250 yards behind the Hunter. There they are. Currently sitting in 6th place. Now in 5th, overtaken the Hunted. Up into 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Nice and straightforward. Aaron C. John says, I used the reward and got 1 million R dollars in one race. Well done. Well done indeed. As you can see there, I'm not really that bothered about R dollars. 555 million R dollars, I believe, will mean I'll be okay. Okay, back to the racing. What should we do? Let's do the Cup. Right. We should start taking guesses about how many laps this will be. So, Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. I'm going to go 6 laps. Oh, close. It's only 5. Oh, dear. Now, I'm going to use on each of the cups an agent. Now, in fairness, this one's free, so I'll still have 5 agents to hire. Let's go. That's not too bad a start. Already into 7th. Make that 5th. So it's another cup where I'm in first position before the end of lap 1. There we go, end of lap 1, first place. 4 more laps to go, and I'm 100 yards ahead of second. Let's go. Okay, so that is pretty much 3/4 of the second lap done, and we stand at 400 yards ahead of second. There we go, it looks like being a 10-minute race. Whew. Drainer E enters the chat on the YouTube side. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting in the chat. They say great driving. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. I do try sometimes. It won't be like this in all the races. I do find this is one of the... It's a hard track to master. Well, that don't make any sense, Tony. But what I mean is some of the corners are quite hard to get right, but once you've got it, you've pretty much got it for all the cars. The only area that I really struggle on is that first turn. Exactly where to brake on that, I can never really figure out. Might. No, it won't be. Just over 2 minutes again. Okay, so 3 laps down, 2 more to go, and I'm coming up to being 1,000 yards ahead of second. Had to brake there because I took my foot off the gas a little bit too late. Oh, you see, there you go. It's actually quite a surprise I've not caught any back markers yet. Oh dear, made a right mess of that. Bit of a messy lap this one. There we go, there are back markers. There's another back marker. There we go. Relatively straightforward to get past them. Right, is it possible to get under 2 minutes? Final lap, 1,200 yards ahead of second. Knew it was off there. There we go. First. in the first long cup of this particular stream. Thirsty work. So we'll have 5 more of those. 5 more of those. Car needs servicing. It's still free and it's instant. And it will be till the end of this particular series, hopefully. 71%. Let's do the endurance. I won't hire an agent for this. 6.4 miles to beat. That should be straightforward enough. So Aaron C. John says it should be 12:20 on UK. No, our clocks went forward last Sunday, so it's actually 13:20 here in the UK. We are officially on British summertime. Driver 365 enters the chat on the YouTube side. Welcome along. Asks the question, when did you play real racing? Your level is so high. Mine is high, but only 404, and I played since 2018. Yeah, I've probably played close to the beginning. But I did put the game down for a couple of years, so I've probably been playing for around about 10 years, let's say. But if you play it most days for that period of time, obviously your fame's going to go up quite a bit. I'd say at the moment my fame only goes up at best once a week. And I'm not bothered now about the clock, if I score 10 seconds or not. It should be really easy to hit the 6 miles. There we go, 5th and 4 miles. Fan Gaming enters the chat. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting in the chat. Says hello guys. Hello back. Oh, a little bit of damage there. 5 miles hit, up into 4. At the moment, plenty of cars to be overtaken. 2 more just ahead. Third, that's second, and that's first. Everything else is now a bonus. Driver365 says, thank you for answering. You are very welcome. And then goes, keep it up. I will try. Some of these events, though, are just a little bit on the long side, including this limited series. So I can't lie, it does get a bit boring. Fan Gaming says new update 13.3. Yeah, that should be due in the UK, hopefully Monday evening. Again, because we've put the clocks forward, I suppose it will drop UK time 9 PM. But in the release notes, they said something about it being available Tuesday, which I hope isn't the case. But we'll see. We'll see. I will go into detail of what's coming in the new release when I stream Monday evening. And now I've had a proper look at it. It should be good. It looks pretty good. There is one thing I don't like. They have got one event with only one car in it, or one new series with only one car in it, so you've got to win the car before that series is available. I'm not a fan of one car series. Okay, we're still going quite strong. 55 seconds left on the clock. 11.5 miles on the scoreboard. Obviously the cars are drying up. Lee Melvin enters the chat and says hello. Welcome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. A little bit wide there. A little bit late on the brakes. Okay, so looks like we'll get to 14 miles. Not sure we'll get to 15 though. There we go. Race over. Just shy of 15 miles. Okay, there we go. 15 miles it was. tier 11 completed. 4 more tiers to go. Let's just have a quick look how many laps for the cup. 8. I mean, that's almost reasonable. Oh dear. Right, okay, 73%. Possibility of getting the 75% reward if I win the next race. Let's do the elimination round, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. There we go, already into first. Just got to stay there now. Oh, a little bit off track there. Three cars left on the track and first by 300 yards. It's not pretty racing this bit, I'm afraid, but it is still a first. There we go. Phantom 420 enters the YouTube chat and says hello. Hello, Phantom 420. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. I'm very thirsty this afternoon. Maybe that little bit of sun has gone to my head. That being said, it is quite breezy outside at the moment. Well, it was. I'll service the car as it's instant and it's free. Elimination completed, 75% completed, 10 gold reward, and some M dollars, which I won't collect just yet. Okay, so 35 minutes into the stream, and we're at 75%. Next on the list, speed record at Daytona International Speedway, but it is the motorcycle course. Now, I'm not going to start from behind the start line because I reckon this car, with it being fully upgraded, has enough pace to easily get first. Let's hope I'm right on that. Okay, what can we get? 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210. There we go. As I suspected, it was easy enough to get first. My gold does actually sit at 1,902. That's not bad at all. Okay, so another cup, national circuit, circuit of the Americas. I will hire an agent. I'll turn the sound to off and press the blue hire for playing a video. Wait 30 seconds. Get a free agent. As I said, this is one part of the game I do actually like in terms of an improvement. Being able to freely hire multiple crew members up to 5 times a day simply by playing an advert. There we go. That's my reward, hopefully. There we go. Audio backup. Let's do the race. Lee Hin Ji Mo on the YouTube side says, hello everyone. Hello back. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting a hi in the chat. Okay, as always, even though it's not the full circuit, to the outside. Stay out of trouble for the first corner. Pretty sure I find myself all the way up into at least 10th. Well, 11th. Now let's pick the remaining drivers off. There we go, second. Now that first. First before the end of lap 1 again. Okay, there we go. Lap 1 completed. 7 laps to go. 300 yards ahead. A little bit off track there. Okay, 2 laps down, 120, 6 laps to go. So that's 2 times I've gone off in that corner. Need to do better. Oh dear. Not the best of starts. For the next lap, that is. Okay, so I'm almost halfway. Oh dear, what is going on? Dear me, I lost that big time there. So I'm almost at halfway stage, and I have already caught the back markers. But yet again, my driving is being a little bit erratic. This is a messy lap. Let's see if we can tidy that up. There you go. The time suggests one of the worst lap I've had. Okay. .119 that time. 3 more laps to go. Oh. There we go. Slow lap that one. Bit messy. 2 more laps to go. Fastest lap I've done is 1:19. I didn't hit him, I swear. Again, another pretty slow lap. Need to do better. Final lap as well. Okay, final part of the final lap of an 8-lap special. There we go, 1:19 to finish off with. Car needs servicing, no matter, it's free and it's instant. Another cup done, another tier done, tier 12 completed. 3 more tiers to do. Okay, so Tier 13, let's start with the speed snap around the Grand Prix circuit at the Red Bull Ring. Let's go. Now there is I say a trick to this, but I believe the finish line, is after the next turnaround. So you've got to really brake early, I guess, so you can accelerate out early and get the best possible top speed as you cross that finish line. And I might not have done that then. Nevertheless, I still got first place by about 4 miles. So, good enough. Good enough. Next on the list, head-to-head around Laguna Seca. 1 lap special, as all head-to-heads should be. Well, might have just braked a little bit late there. And yeah, gave up the lead as a result. There we go, lead back. There we go. First. Made hard work of that though. Made hard work of that. Oh, excuse me. So the channel sits at 297 subscribers. We're only 3 away from hitting 300 subscribers. So if there's anyone new watching or somebody that hasn't subscribed yet, if you wouldn't mind, let's see if we can hit 300 subscribers in this stream. Okay, so Cup, it's the short lap at Hockenheimring. It's 12 laps. It's a cup race. I'll hire the agent again. So I'll turn the volume down. I always choose the wrong volume. And press the blue button. So I'll play an ad, get a free agent. Jose enters the chat, says, hello there. Hello, Jose. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Okay, there we go. So that is advert completed. In a moment or two, I will have the agent hired, effectively for free, other than a waste of some time. There we go. Oh, hello. Have we lost the sound? I think I have, haven't I? Let's pause that. See if we can get it back. No. Two seconds while I'll just reset the game and then I'll reconnect it to AirPlay. There we go. So we've got sound back at the very least. Oh, have I lost it again? Oh no. It's gone again. You're having a laugh. weird how you play an advert and it messes the sound up. So yeah, maybe not a good feature. I don't know if it's, I think it's though specific only because I'm using AirPlay. Let's try and connect again. Oh, don't do this to me. You're having a laugh. Right. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me just reset. Let's try that again. There we go. At last, we've got audio back. Now, it's a little bit out of sync on the screen, so just give me a second. Let me just fix that. There we go. Excellent. Right, we're back at last. Let's go back into the game. Still got the agent hired. It's 12 laps around the short track at Hockenheimring. It's another long one. Let's go. So Jose asks, which of the two is your favourite? Probably the Mercedes-Benz, just because I've been able to fully upgrade that, as there was an offer on for discounted upgrades. Other than that, I don't really have a preference. So the reason why I'm using this car is because it's fully upgraded, making it a lot easier to complete this special limited series. I'm not really trying, and I'm already in 7th. And when I say I'm not even trying, I mean I'm not pushing too hard. Taking my time, and now I've got 12 laps to do it in. Picking the cars off one by one. Here's another one that we'll get. So at the end of lap 1, 4th place. 11 laps to go. That's crazy. 3 cars only to overtake. Make that 2 now. Now, strangely enough, another corner that I always find very hard to get right is this one here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that corner. Difficult one to get. So it is another 10-minute race. Almost off track. I almost went off track, and look who turns up into the chat. The Adventures of 2 Dogs, Valentine and George. Welcome along. Oh, see, here we go. This is what I do normally. Off the track. Wait for the comment. I'm down to 2nd. Anyway, they say, good afternoon, Mr. Tony. Well, good afternoon back. Welcome along again. Good to see you again. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. I'm sure it's no coincidence that you say hello in the chat and my driving goes absolutely terrible. Okay, so I'm only in 2nd place with 3 laps down. Plenty of laps left though. 9 laps left. I now need to get into 1st place, and it should be easy enough. We've already caught back markers. So let's see if I can get this right this time. I had to use the car in front as brakes because I didn't get it right. I've had a couple of messy laps at this moment in time. Four laps done, fifth lap on, in first by 500 yards. So, ironically, there's probably an outside chance of lapping everyone. If I can just fix my braking in these two corners. Oh, that's interesting. So Jose has put the only car I'm excited about in the next release is the Evija X. Yes, that does sound interesting. The Lotus Evija was a very weird car to drive, but once you got used to it, basically I found it having very slow acceleration, but was incredibly grippy. So once I got the handle of it, I kind of liked the car. So if the Evija X improves both of those elements, it'll be pretty amazing. So I am intrigued how that car will drive. So yeah, good call out, Jose, on that one. Okay, so I've done 6 laps, so we are now into the second half of the race. Okay, so that is 7 laps done, 5 laps remaining. I'm 1,100 yards ahead of second. We're currently going through a process of lapping pretty much everyone on the field. It's just a case of whether or not we can catch second. You can see there why I struggle on that corner. It's just a very strange corner. And one that's hard to get right in terms of braking. Okay, 4 laps remain. 1,300 ahead of second. Don't think I'll lap second. But he's not that far behind. Look at all these cars, oh dear, here that I've got to lap. Look at them all. There's at least 6 there, I'd say. Okay, so I've got 3 laps remaining. There's an outside chance, you know, that I might catch second and lap them. Ugh. Okay, so I'm now 2 laps away from completing this particular cup and 1,600 yards ahead of second. Set of back markers to overtake. Scratch to the nose because you can do that mid-race. Almost see second just in the distance. I don't think I will get an opportunity to lap them. Yeah, just a little bit too far ahead. But it wouldn't surprise me if I've literally lapped everybody else in the field. So in other words, up to third. Here we go, final lap. So let's 55 seconds. So for more than 55 seconds ahead of third, I'll have lapped everybody up to third. There we go. Mice or Man is in third, and it looks like maybe that was the car just in front of me. Jose has put... oh no. No, he hasn't. Fair enough. Right, there we go. Service the car. It's free and it's instant. So the cup has been completed. That does mean another tier completed. 1 hour 10 minutes into this stream. Tier 13 completed. Tier 14 opens up. So Alok Goose says, finally one I can catch after such a long time. Apologies about that, Alok. Yes, I've had to move the times during the week to later on because I am working. So yes, but good to see you again. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for saying hello in the chat. Very much appreciated. We now sit at 298 subscribers. That's only 2 away from 300. So we might get that in this stream. Fingers crossed. Let's keep an eye on that and see how that gets on. And Jose's put me too. Right, okay, so tier 14, we'll start off with the drag race. We're almost there. We've almost completed the limited series, but we do know the last 2 cups are going to be long. Okay, not many gear changes for this. Okay. There we go. That is the drag race completed. It does mean I've only got 5 races left to complete. Next on the list, elimination around the international circuit at Silverstone. So Josie has put, too bad I got no more accounts to sub to you. Only got the one. That's alright, that's fine. Don't worry about it. uh, there we go. And into the lead. Okay, 5 cars left in the battle. 300 yards ahead of second. There we go, that is 2 cars left in the race, and I'm 700 yards ahead of second. There we go. There we go, that is another victory. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the replay on because I just need to get another drink. So I'll be back in 30 seconds. You know, I don't normally watch the replays, but they're quite cool, aren't they? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'll have a play with that later. Anyway, there we go. I'm back. I'm back. Elimination completed. I say I'm back. I've shut the studio door. Okay, so Tier 14, all that remains is the Cup. It's the Grand Prix circuit around the Dubai Autodrome, and it's eight laps. Good grief. Jose has put the next update is weird. 2 cars that are basically the same and most definitely going to be a soaps on the track. I guess you mean they've got no grip. Yeah, probably. And yeah, they're expensive, both cars as well. So that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Right, okay, so I'm going to do a hire of an agent again. See if I can get this right. Now, I always press the wrong button. We'll probably mess the sound up, but we'll see how we get on. It's been one of those days today in terms of the sound. Just for a change. But at least it's not been my mic, it's just been the game. There we go. Game or advert completed. Agent hired. Audio returns, at least for the moment. There we go. Right, okay. 8 laps around the Dubai Autodrome Grand Prix circuit. It's another long cup. I think I'm going to try this a bit differently because I normally go around the outside and they all go out to the outside, so I'm going to stick to the inside, I think. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot better on the inside. There we go. Already into 9th. Make that 7th. There we go, into 4th. Now there's a couple of corners on this track that I always find difficult in terms of finding exactly where the best braking point is, and the end of this straight is one of those places. Yeah, I've literally, I can't find an obvious marker for me. Well, there we go, into 2nd. Now, interestingly enough, because I have now been doing a whole update with brake assist set to off, you do start to feel where to brake, which is a bit weird because I feel that the ability to feel in this game is quite hard to do, because it's, you know, in terms of feeling where you need to brake, it just normally doesn't work in the game. But I think when you've just done it often enough, you just get that sense. Not all the time, because obviously I do go off the track a significant amount of time. Right, there we go. So I'm in first at the end again of lap 1. 7 laps to go. I'm just going to pause it there because I do need to blow my nose. So Josie has put, I love Dubai Autodrome. It's a very technical track. That it is, and that's probably, well, sometimes I enjoy it. I enjoy most of it, apart from those 2 very sharp corners, especially the one at the end of the very long straight. Let's give it a go and let's see how we get on. I think I might have found my marker for this car though. Yes, there we go. Okay, so those billboards on the right hand side, that like that on here, just there on the right, at the end of them, that's where you brake at the long straight, or that's where I just attempted to brake on the long straight. It seemed to work, so it's a little bit harder to see those billboards though when you're travelling at speed. Oh, and here's that is the second corner that I struggle with. So I've got one right, I've got the other one to work on with 6 laps to go after this. So a 1:45. Can I do any better than a 1:45? Thought for one horrible second then I was going to go flying off the track. Right there, for example. Josie, are you okay, mate? You seem to be deleting a lot of your messages. I hope you're not being rude. I know you're not. I'm only playing with you. I think I did brake just a little bit too early there, but yeah, braking point found at that corner. Just got one more corner to try and suss out, which is this one coming up, not this particular corner, the one straight after it. And again, actually that wasn't too bad, that wasn't brilliant, but okay. So it's only taken me to lap 3 and I might have actually cracked this lap for this car. So let's see if we can see an improvement in the time. There we go, 1:42. 1:42.756. Can we do any better than that? Okay, so back markers caught. So Jose's put, oh sorry, just found it a bit spammy. Okay. Fair enough. There we go, that's better. There we go, right, okay, so can we beat 142? We've got 11 seconds still. The answer is no, I can't. Well, 143.447 though isn't too bad, I'd say. Oops, daisy. Using the car in front as brakes, not a very good strategy. That wasn't the plan. Oh, I tell you what, I think I'm well ahead this time. There we go. A 141, excellent. Well, excellent for me. So Jose's put, I won't do it again. I thought you also found it spammy. Well, what I tend to do, to be fair, is I'm pretty good at reading out what most people say, but sometimes if I think it's a repeat or I don't quite understand what they're saying, then I probably won't read it out. But you don't need to delete them, don't worry. But bless you for being considerate, very much appreciated. Okay. Come on. I think I'm a bit slower this time round. Yeah, it's a shame. There we go, only a 143 there, so 2 seconds slower. 2 more laps to go. I told you it'd be a long one. Good grief. Right, okay. Let's see if we can get this right. No. got one more attempt after this to see if I can do better than 141. Because I don't think I'm going to do it here. Well, I've got another 141, that's not too bad, 141.556. Can we get into the 140s though? That's the question. I think the answer is going to be no. Right, come on. Final part of the final lap. Can we go faster than 141? I'm going to say no. Never mind. Right, we're going to finish with a 143. But there we go. Wow, that was a long race. That took forever. So Jose says, well, you best be prepared then, because I say a lot of stuff, good and bad, or good or bad. That is about the game. Well, there's a lot of good and a lot of bad in the game, so I fully understand. Right, that is tier 14 completed. We're 1 hour 36 minutes into this stream. So if you add up yesterday's stream, this series, I mean, obviously I yap about a bit, but it's a good 4 hours to complete this series. Taking it from 0% to 100%, and it is because of the length of the cups. So we've just got tier 15 to do. And look at that, Mount Panorama is a 7-lap special. That is just crazy. But let's do the quick races first, because we probably all need a break after that long cup. Notice though that the minimum PR to complete this series is 56.4. So I haven't done a chart in terms of breaking down all the upgrades. I'll just give an overview of the cost overall. And to be fair, I think the cars are almost identical, so it really doesn't matter which car you choose. It's entirely up to you which one you prefer. So, head to head, 1 lap around Melbourne. Not my favourite track, but it is head to head, so at least there aren't loads of cars on track. So, a lot Goose says, do you remember how expensive the Ferrari SP3 Daytona was? And I guess my answer to that is, technically speaking, yes, because I don't have it. That is a car in the next release that I don't currently own. So yeah, I will be attempting to win it, but I would imagine it's going to be quite expensive. So short answer to that is yes, but only from the point of view I clearly didn't have enough money to win it the first time round. Okay, so there we go. That is the head-to-head done. And Jose says, you should try the Porsche, better braking. Yes, but the Mercedes is fully upgraded, so I can put my metallic chrome black on it. That's so much more important. Not really. Anyway, I've got used to driving this car now. Maybe I should do it for one go, but I'm not. Ooh. Right, Speed Snap, Lime Rock Park, the West Circuit. Okay. We'll use the fully upgraded car, so, because technically speaking, it should be easier to win. 102.3 miles per hour is what I need to hit. Let's see how we get on. Is this the banana skin? Because I can't imagine it being Mount Panorama. Oh, oh. Here we go. 108 miles per hour. Banana skin avoided. 109.67 miles per hour. Banana skin nevertheless avoided. So a lock has put, I need to get that thing no matter what. So again, just to have a little detour, we've only got one more race to do, but I know what a lock is talking about. So for myself, let me just come out of here and go into the road collection. So a little detour, and I believe, let's have a look. It's, there we go, Season 2, 47 out of 48 cars. And the car that I haven't got is the Ferrari Daytona SP3. Now, I guess an easy way of answering that question, is it expensive, is, well, you know what, it might not be the most expensive car out there, because to buy it's only 850 gold. So, but my suspicion is at the time of attempting to win the car, I clearly didn't have enough gold, but I'm not going to make that mistake again. I don't know if I've actually applied any upgrades to it. Let's have a look. 68.2, 79.8. I don't know is the honest answer. I just don't know. We'll find out in the next update. Anyway, that little detour there just to rest the arms. Ready for the big long race. 97% is where we are. One more cup to do. It's Mount Panorama. It's 7 laps. Because it's so long, gonna hire an agent. Clicking the blue hire button, it plays a video. That's all it costs. Playing a video, earning a free agent. So Jose has put, isn't the SP3 recommended? Well, I hope it is. My view on, oh, actually, you know what? I hope it isn't. What I find is the recommended ones are always too hard. And it's the minimum PRs that I find are easier. Although then again, when I look back at the Speedtail, thinking I'd like spent an absolute fortune on it, which obviously I had, I didn't actually upgrade it that much. It wasn't more than 3 upgrades, which I was a bit surprised about because I thought I'd done a couple of upgrades up to 5. But there you go. I think I might have lost. Oh no, there we are. We have sound, but it's a little bit low on my side. So I think what I'm going to try do going forward, because the guys raise a good point in the chat, they're asking about how much gold do you need to put aside. And I think for any expensive car, probably putting 500 gold aside, but making sure you've got a pot of 1,000 is the way to go. That will be my approach. And as you see there, I've got 1,900 gold. So hopefully there's a an easy bar to achieve. Right, let's get on and finish this limited series. Probably after this, we'll have done 2 hours. So you're talking 2 hours today and 2.5 hours yesterday. A 4.5 hour limited series. There we go, up into 6. Make that second. See, again, it's going to be another cup that I'm in first before the end of the first lap. Now, in fairness, it is probably because I've chosen the car that's fully upgraded, but hey, why make things hard for yourself if you don't have to? So let's have a bit of fun. Let's see what we can do in terms of catching the other cars. I mean, it is a long track, so it might be a little bit harder. So Jose says, yeah, all limited series should have 24-hour free servicing. I do agree. It's something that they used to do, and I've noticed in the last 2 updates, what they've done is if a new car has a limited series, they only give you 3 hours. Now, again, I could have selective memory, but I swear blind that never used to be the case. I seem to remember all limited series having 24 hours of free servicing. But if that's what they're doing going forward, then obviously we can we're aware of it, and so we can accommodate for it. Now, interestingly enough, in this particular release, I've not used any of the rewards that are to do with instant and free servicing. So I've got a 1 hour reward and a 2 hour reward, which I have not touched. So obviously what I'm going to do is keep them for future events. And the obvious one to be using it for will be the limited series that's for a new car, where you only get 3 hours worth of free servicing. So I'll put that in my back pocket and use it if I need to. Now, interesting enough, that's 2 laps and I've not got that brake point correct, so a little bit of work needed there. That was just terrible driving on my part. Nevertheless, on to lap 3. 5 laps including this one to go. I'm in first and I'm 700 yards ahead of second. Let's see if we can get all the braking points correct this time. Right, have I braked early enough this time? There we go. Interesting. So yeah, so this car, you do have to brake earlier than most, even though it's not the fastest. Okay, there we go. That is now first by 1,000 yards. Haven't yet though caught back markers. Oh, a little bit off track there, but I have now caught back markers. Zorro, Zorro the Devil King says, hi bro, hello, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting hello in the chat. Yes, what car is this? This is the BMW CLK GTR Strassen version. Jose asks, I wonder how they chose the cars to add. The Zenvo came out a year ago. And this new set of cars in next release came out 6 years ago, did they? Yeah. Do you know what? I do think it just depends, because the Rimac Nevera seemed to almost be in the game as soon as it was released. That's what it felt like. So there we go. So a lot Goose has said, I've just checked the wikis, and to win the Ferrari Daytona SP3, to guarantee the win, you need 500 gold. Yeah, I tell you my general rule of thumb, and obviously then if you do better than that, you're up. Is you take the cost of the car, you half it, and the likelihood is that's the amount of upgrades you've got to apply to win the car. That's the rule of thumb I've been using. Now in fairness, as I've got slightly better at driving, only a little bit better, not by much, that rule of thumb has come down. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all, and I bet you any money I just didn't have 500 gold at the time of the Ferrari Daytona SP3 being first in the game. But I'll be getting it this time, that I assure you. That being said, I'd also like to fully upgrade the Speedtail, so that's in week 1 of the next release's time trial. So I'm hoping there's a decent discount. I really would like to do it. Same for the Centodici, which I can't help but think is going to be massively expensive, and also the Bugatti Bolide, which I don't think I've got fully upgraded. But all of those cars, I can't help but think will be very expensive, even with a significant discount on the upgrades. Oh, right, okay. So, I'm just going to pause the game in a minute. You see that I've just gone off track. Let me pause it. Zorro the Devil King asks a very good question. He says, "Hey bro, how to turn off the auto braking in the corner in this game?" Well, if you go to, once you've paused the game, if you go to settings and select the car, you've got driver assists. So you see there, I've got steering assist on low, traction control on off, and brake assist on off. So when you have brake assist on off, there's no auto braking. Now, the other thing that you might be, it depends on what your driving style is, but if you're having brake assist off, the general recommendation is if you then go to settings and the joystick icon, make sure you've got the tilt B configuration set for controls. What that means is you've got manual acceleration and manual braking. If you've still got it on tilt A, it auto accelerates, which obviously you don't necessarily want. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully that answers your question there. But if you do find it a bit too hard to turning the brakes fully off, what I would suggest in the interim is just set your brakes, your brake assists from high to low, master that, and then turn it off once you feel comfortable about it. Some of you out there like to just turn them all off from day one, but you know, that's a choice, that's a preference. You are very welcome, Zorro the Devil King. Great name, by the way. I think I might have just braked a little bit too late there. There we go. Not to worry. I am 1,800 yards ahead of second. So we're looking pretty good to get first here. We are at last on the final lap, the final part of the final lap. And as expected, we're coming up to the 2-hour mark. Okay, so there we go. That is the limited series completed. All right. And we have 299 subscribers on the channel. So we're one subscriber off of hitting that 300 milestone. Not bad at all. Right, let's get the car serviced, even though we don't need to. Seems that it's free and instant, we might as well. Let's have some rewards now. So, 15 gold. And 60 gold. And there we go. That is the STRASSENVERSION Duo 2-in-1 Special Limited Series completed. Now, as I said, I did own the cars already, but as you saw there in the final cup, the minimum PR is 56.4, And as you see there on the Porsche side, that is exactly at 56.4 with free upgrades across the board. And that cost will be around 338 gold. And in terms of our dollars, it's quite cheap. It's only 1,001,700 our dollars. So not bad. It's more gold cost than our dollar cost. But the thing is, you only need, technically speaking, to be, as far as I'm aware, upgrading one car, but that still gives you the opportunity of winning both cars. Now, both cars are in the same series. So if I go to the Road Collection, let me see if I can remember which series they're in. I believe they are in, I want to say Season 2. Let's have a look. It might be Season 1. There we go, Season 2. Settle It on the Strasse. Both cars are just in that series. Now, I think also both cars do have... Let me just go back in to the... There we go. Let me go into it. I think both cars do actually have... Yes, there we go. Both cars do actually have an exclusive series. And obviously what I've done is I've won these cars when they were first added to the game. And then I've taken the Mercedes-Benz up to 100% upgraded because there would have been a discount. And I believe Lee put into the chat earlier on that he hadn't upgraded it. So what that tells me is the upgrades that I applied probably had something like a 40% discount. Okay, so with that being won, final bit to do, all the way along to the end till I get to my gold. So let me collect the 60 gold. So with the next release coming out Monday night, some point on Tuesday, my gold total sits at 1,977. Zorro the Devil Viking says, I will give you a subscribe in my other account. Well, that's very kind of you, sir. So have we got 300? We've got 300 subscribers. How about that? Thank you, everyone. Very much appreciated. That's not a bad way to end a stream, indeed. Right, okay, there we go. So that is the final event in Real Racing 3 Update 13.2 completed. Roll on 13.3 on Monday stroke Tuesday. Both Zorro the Devil King and A Lot Goose congratulate my 300 subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. Very much appreciated. Jose's put, I use the Porsche in this event. Yep, don't blame you at all. Jose says bias on the looks. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's take the game off screen. Boosh, and let's mute its audio. There we go. Right. So in terms of, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. I have suggested I will, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. But if I don't do one on tomorrow, there definitely will be a stream on Monday. And I do apologise a lot because I'll have to do it after work, so it will be a later stream from your perspective. What I will do is race in the time trial, race in the time trial competition, and also race in the online multiplayer tournament. And then I'll do a bit of racing with the Zemvo, I believe in the Supercar Showdown. In addition, I'll also do a quick review of version 13.3, go through what's coming up and my opinions. And overall, I'm quite positive. I'm just a bit... I'm worried about the cars that are coming into the game and how the majority of them are expensive. So the cars that you have the opportunity to win by driving those cars, they're expensive, and that means obviously the upgrades are more than likely to be expensive. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. It's a good job I've got 2,000 gold to blow away on those cars' upgrades. Jose also puts nice 300 subs. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you to all of you that have subscribed and supported this channel. It is very much appreciated. Okay, so obviously if you have if you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. If you watch on YouTube, which is obviously where I've hit the 300 subscribers, and you'd like to see more of this content, then please do subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian. If you watch on Rumble, Rumble's a little bit smaller. We've got 88 people following us at the moment, but if you prefer Rumble, then give the channel a follow. It'd be good to get that one up to 100 followers. We're not far off that one. Okay, there we go. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for commenting in the chat. It's been a good way to spend 2 hours racing and having a chat to you guys. Very much appreciated. Whatever is left of your Saturday, I do hope it's a good one. As I said, there's a possibility I won't do a stream tomorrow, but there'll definitely be one on Monday. Until then, thank you and goodbye.